All right, we are live. We
We
are
are
live,
live.
live, all the way live. What's
All
going
the
on?
way live. What that song? Who's done that song? All the way live. Was
I
that
think
Brick? It was
inside
Brick.
inside did live, live, all the way live, and then
All the way live. Was Confunction? Brick? Somebody, I think it was Confunction. Maybe. I don't.
Ohio players. I think did all.
That's one. Well, one of our players. I think it's one of. I think it's all the. I know my sister's probably watching. She probably knows. She can text me. It's
Please type it in the chat.
yeah. All the way
What's the
live. I
name
love
of the
that song. I
song?
ain't heard that song. Well, Paul, you made me think of that song. It'll be in my head all night now.
I'm
All
sure.
the way live.
I'm sure Google will be able to tell us in a matter of seconds.
Oh shit.
We're live, live, all the way.
Yes, we are.
What's
This
going
is
on?
fair use only. Our opinions only, educational purposes. We don't own the rights to the content or the music. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
All right, like Tiffany said, we do not own anything. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. We have Kevin, our resident comic, uh,
What's up?
our resident queen, and today we are trying to understand Black Republicans. Basically, we're trying to get into the mindset of the Black person who could consciously vote for Donald Trump after all we've seen. It boggles my mind. I know it boggles a lots of people's mind. I know it boggles Kevin. Do not break your iPad today because I have some videos that I know is going. I know. I have some videos because a lot of Black people are saying Biden has done nothing for Black people. Um,
Okay, even if that's true, you still don't. Okay, if that's true, you still don't vote for another racist. Let's give them the
So you
benefit of the
said we
doubt,
need to
Carl.
just be used to our own races. We already got a racist. We
I'm
don't
just
need to
saying,
vote
let's
for
give
another
them the
racist.
benefit of the doubt that he's done nothing for black people, which I call him BS on that. But still, if so, okay, he hadn't done nothing, so we're gonna go vote for Trump.
apparently,
Yeah,
uh,
apparently that's what it's all. Yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
when
I
Trump don't do
think
nothing for
they're
black,
one of the same. You
so
know
when
that
Trump
how
don't
I
do no, they're not the same. But when Trump don't do anything for black people, then what you gonna do?
listen.
but
They're the
he
same.
has. They said he has done stuff for Black people. You guys know Waka Flocka? This Waka Flocka, he's a rapper, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Waka Flocka, he's a rapper, and his mother was very influential. Her name is Miss Deb. She's very influential in bringing Nicki Minaj out.
Really?
Also, she has a big ties with Queens. She's from Queens. Her and her brother Bimmy are a big part of the Queens era of the 80s and the 90s, and they merged into music. But that's his mother, Waka Flocka. That's her son.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna kick the show off with Mr. Waka.
Any black Trump supporters challenge me? Tell me what Trump did for black people while we're on this podcast.
he's different though. So I want to see what
I
you
just want to know what
got.
he did. I just want somebody to tell me what he did. I don't care about him being different. I want to know what he did for black people.
Who's different? Waka Flocka is different.
Waka Flocka.
Okay, I think that was Trump. Okay.
It just
He's not. He's not very informed. He done said a few things. Excuse me, Miss Deb, because I don't want you coming for me. He has said a few things that made a lot of people scratch their head. Like, he said black people can't get corona back in, when the corona was coming out. He was like, black people can't get it. And his girl looked at him like,
yeah.
anybody can get it. You understand what I'm saying? But, so I want to see is he going to make us scratch our head?
Yeah. Well, here's Mr. Waka Flocka.
When I yell something, I want y'all to say 2024. When I say the word, say 2024. You ready? Y'all ready? Yeah. Trump! Trump! Fuck with y'all, man. Walk
All right. So that was Mr. Waka Flocka, and his
I told you, look.
well, like I said, Trump did say he loves the uneducated, so he certainly got the uneducated. So
Yeah, and his mother was a hustler too, so she probably wasn't paying too much attention to him. or schooling him. But that right there was ridiculous.
All right,
Like,
Kevin, hold on.
how about say nothing?
As black people, you know, we with Trump.
Yeah, I with Trump. I don't know what everybody got against him.
Yo, he was making the breadwinners, you heard?
I'm a Democrat too, but okay, we Trump. We need Trump back in office right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I with Trump, to be honest with you, bro, for real, Trump really did this shit. And I like him because he's about money. It wasn't about no politics. He wanted to make America great again. Through Trump.
That boy Trump, he making sure to get their bread. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking Trump for life. Trump for life. I ain't gonna lie.
Love Donald Trump. Trump wanted us to get off our ass and get some money. Trump 2024.
It's the truth. He made everybody hold a piece of money, you feel me?
Trump really a boss. So Trump running it how it's supposed to be ran. And people just can't take it. And he putting out facts in front of the people. He ain't lying to the people. People just don't want to accept the truth.
Trump, man, we rocking with you. Love you, Trump. My dog. See what's up?
Trump put the money in our pocket.
Trump had the country on a better path as far as economically.
He put America first, so it makes sense. I like someone who likes to play his people first.
Trump 2024, my brother.
They know they can't get him for none of the real shit. We get it, gang.
I ain't used to like that. But now, bro, I realize that he meant well for the country and shit, bro. We need that back. Free Trump. Trump 2024.
All right, I can't take much more of that. What?
Thank you. I was about to freaking swear to God. I might have to take this show off and see y'all next Sunday, man. I don't know if I can do this.
All right,
You're gonna be
my
fine.
blood
Those
pressure
is just
my
some
blood pressure's
people.
high.
They're gonna those is just men that probably was paid or they gassed up. And remember, they look like they from the southern area, like Florida and stuff. You know they don't give them proper history.
First of all,
repeat, the insult of saying that black voters would in some way be enticed to support him because he had a mugshot like all of us are criminals, or to say that because he has 4 indictments, one of which, or really 2 of which, both Georgia and the federal, around him trying to rob votings when we had to fight, people were bloodied, beaten, and killed to get us the right to vote. And one person, one of his supporters, got on Fox News saying, blacks love him because of the sneakers. So let me get this right. He didn't support George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Biden did, and signed an executive order. He didn't support the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. But we supposed to go for sneakers and a mugshot. And those blacks that are standing there with him, have you no shame?
I wouldn't be surprised if Trump hands out Kool-Aid at the polling stations in November. Yeah.
That's funny.
And if they drink the Kool-Aid, like them people drunk the Kool-Aid and for Jim Jones, they just as much as fools.
They probably would. But you guys notice they picked a certain type of black person to talk to.
Yeah, ignorant people.
Yeah. They didn't
you know.
They didn't go to Harvard or any top university or Yale and talk to people.
Or got a good education in their community. Yeah. Remember, they've been hiding history in the southern states for years.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna kick it off with our number 1 song. We are charting number 4 on the Billboard charts, ladies and gentlemen.
We should be charting.
It should be.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow. The Black Therapy Show. We in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite. No more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it.
Already.
Epiphany, you have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy. We're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from our God above. No. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Then we do go to South Carolina, where we've done really well, where I've done well. We have a great governor and lieutenant governor and great everything, because almost every one of them have endorsed me. 2 great senators, which is hard. I mean, did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician. That's why he's a great politician.
Oh my God! Like, man, oh my God, that was so cringe. So, like, what kind of mindset? What kind of person? Like, how far back in the freaking 1600s are you living?
And here's a guy that has money and power and lives in a big house and he's a senator. He makes a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. He has the best health care that money can buy. He has the best car that anybody could want to drive on our streets. I mean, he lives in an affluent neighborhood. He wants for nothing. I mean, this guy is living, the American dream, right? And he still had to lick a boot.
Listen,
It
he
makes no
is
sense.
trans white. He trans white.
That's
By the way, I just priced a tablet. They're on sale. So if y'all don't see me by the second half of this show, I'll be with you next week.
uh,
This tablet's going in the wall.
this show is really trying to get into mindset. Like, I'm gonna try to kind of play devil's advocate or
Okay.
understand like the black mindset to be Republican. Okay, I'm not saying the Republicans don't do anything at all. Is there anything that we can say the Republicans or Trump has done that we can say, okay, this one thing they did or this one thing he did?
What Republican Party are you talking about? I mean, we can go.
The modern day.
You want to start with Nixon and Reagan and the first Bush, or you want to? Cause we can talk about the first. We can talk about Nixon, who uh, put allegedly heroin into our neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Or we can talk about Reagan, who allegedly brought crack into our neighborhoods. You want to continue? I mean, you're a Republican president, right? Oh, you want to talk about the modern day guy? You want to talk about Trump?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we haven't had that many modern day, uh, other than Bush and Trump. There haven't been a lot of modern. And Trump. I mean, Bush was in office for 8 years, right? And his dad was in office for 12 years, and then we had Trump for 4 years, right? So that's what? That's almost most of our lives of having those are Republican presidents in modern time, right there. So you want to talk about the two Bushes and let's forget about the old Bush senior. Let's talk about the Bush the junior Bush, right? George W. Bush. What did he do for black people? Anybody know? I mean, seriously. I mean, even Kanye West came on when he was before he lost his freaking mind and said, "Hey, what George Bush don't care about black people." Remember that?
Yeah.
When Katrina hit New Orleans and all those black people got killed, and Bush and his White House didn't do anything, took their time getting help done at it to save those black people. Rice was out shopping for like $6,000 shoes on that same week. Remember, and George Bush was taking his time getting aid down there to New Orleans. Black people were swimming, hanging on top of their roofs and dying in floods. So, and then of course you got Trump, who is a con man. Trump took credit for a lot of things that he didn't do.
They all are. I mean, y'all, come on. We can go down the line of white presidents we done had that didn't do anything for us. They just made us as comfortable as possible that we can be able to work and don't pop no shit. Okay.
So my question, the reason for that question, I was thinking, even if the Republicans have done some good things for black people, does it outweigh how racist they are? I mean, like if Kevin, if you do magic during your show, let's say there was a magic shop that sell all the greatest stuff you wanted, all the best tricks, all the stuff you wanted for your magic show, but you found out that the guy that ran the shop was in the KKK, would you overlook that? And you know what? I need this. You know what I mean?
I'll give you a perfect example. I remember being in South Carolina.
We already know.
I'm in South Carolina, and there was a time in my show I was using a fog machine on stage where the smoke makes the smoke come about the stage while I'm on stage. I do a music bit in my show, Michael Jackson bits. I thought it'd be cool to have the smoke come about the stage while I'm in the middle of a Michael Jackson bit, right? So I
Yeah.
went to a place that sell fog machines because my fog machine had broke, and I walked in, and it was during Halloween, just past Halloween actually, and I'm looking. They had all the masks of the presidents, of former presidents. You know, they're still a Halloween mask. They had masks of every freaking president up there, from Lincoln to Bush to Clinton. To There was no Obama mask,
No.
none. And I took a picture actually, and I was going to post it on Facebook, but I changed my mind. But there was a picture. There was no Obama mask, but they had everybody else mask on that wall. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. So, and I walked out the store. I didn't get the fog machine.
Oh, you didn't ask. You didn't say to the guy, "Hey, do you have any
Obama mask or fog machines?
Obama mask?"
Well,
Obama.
I knew they had no Obama mask because they didn't have none on the display. They had a display of presidential mask,
And
and they're
they
really
didn't
nice.
consider
They,
him.
they didn't consider him a president. There was no, or they figured nobody in South Carolina in Myrtle Beach was going to buy a freaking Obama mask. Maybe, I don't know, but there was no Obama mask on
Yeah,
that show,
they didn't
and there
order
were.
it because it wasn't on the inventory list. But he's asking you, are you going to take some money if the owner of the shop is a
I didn't buy
KKK?
the fog machine. I actually walked out. I'm
Okay,
answering
so
that
you saying
question.
you're not gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, in that case, no, I wouldn't. Uh, and I mean, we have choices where we spend our money at. I mean, um, I just heard a conversation the other day where they were saying that, the owner of Walmart is a big Trump supporter, and these people
The
on this radio,
Waltons, yes.
these people
Yes.
on this podcast were saying, "Hey, we're not going to support Walmart. We're not shopping at Walmart anymore." So people have to.
Yes.
People make decisions, right? They go, "Okay, I'm not going to Walmart," because they support Trump. I mean, so it's gotten to that point, right? People choose whether I don't want to spend my money with nobody that supports Trump because we know Trump's a racist. So
And
if
most
we're
of the
gonna,
companies that we deal with.
I saw a sign today as I left my hotel. I'm up in the mountains. First of all, I didn't know New Jersey had mountains, but I'm up in the mountains last
Oh
night
yeah.
at some beautiful resort I performed at. And I left the resort to drive home this morning. Rode up on 9 o'clock. I'm driving on these mountain roads. I know I'm in Trump country. I mean, so, and I see a
Yes.
sign and it says, what did it say? America. I forgot what it said. Darn it. And I meant to take a picture, but I was going so
Make
fast, I couldn't take a picture.
America great again.
No, it
That
wasn't that one. That's one of them, which means make America white again. But it was when I saw the sign, I said, it just popped in my head what it meant. It meant, it said something about America. Oh, keep America great or something like that. But vote blue. I mean, vote. Yeah, vote. It was a sign anti. Basically, the sign was saying, um, don't vote for Trump. Basically, it was a Trump sign, but it was
because you was
insulting to
in
me.
Trump community.
It was insulting to me when I read it because I knew what they meant. I knew that it was anti-colored. Put it that way.
They didn't think no
I
black
could
man would have
tell
been
they just couldn't put the words on there they wanted to put on there. But I translated it for them as I drove past the sign. I translated it in my head what it really
You
meant.
know what it was. You
So so my
understand.
so my point is,
All right.
yeah, okay. Biden has a history, right? Biden's not perfect. Biden, you can find some racist shit Biden did, whatever. We all gonna go there. We can argue about that until the sun come up, right? But how many Biden? I mean, comparing the two is like apples and oranges. They're not. They're not the same because Trump would never even have. I mean, they're saying Tim Scott might be a running mate for Trump. I don't believe that's going to
Hold on,
happen.
Kevin. So we're gonna have to look up some of this stuff. We got Sir Nick. What's up, Nick? Sir Nick from YouTube is commenting, and Nick says Trump hasn't directly hurt the black community. Biden has. Sir Nick also said, "You three sound just like my uncle. Trump is the boogeyman." uh,
So do you know Trump's history? The people do
hold on.
people know Trump's history though? We know it's so funny that we get black people to come on here, and this guy's probably black, right? I mean, I would guess. I mean, we get black people to come on here and support. And go, okay, and everybody knows Biden's racist history, but nobody knows Trump's racist history. Like we can come on here, oh yeah, Biden directly hurt the black community,
They all are
but
racist.
you won't say but you know that information, but don't know that Trump directly hurt the black community.
Listen, the whole system is racist. We all know this. All of it needs to be shut down and redone again. Their mentalities, yeah, Trump and Biden are not the same, right? They two different people, but their mentalities is the same. The way they were raised is the same. The way they feel about black people is the same, and they show it. But to be honest with you, I would deal with Biden before I would deal with Trump, because I'm telling you, like I said, after that insurrection, that was it for me. I was done. I didn't like that. I was over that.
So Nick also says, yet Biden shut down an entire community in 1994. I would have to look that up, brother. I'm gonna have to look.
Listen, Biden. I told you they the same people.
Joe Biden has a decade-long habit of making overtly racist remarks, taking discriminatory positions, and cavorting with known racists.
And we're gonna forget about the Central Park Five, right?
No, what Trump was
And we're gonna forget about
himself.
we're gonna forget about the housing discrimination against Trump and his father that didn't rent to black people. We're gonna forget
And
about,
I live in one of those communities. I get it. It's horrible.
and we're gonna forget
It's
about the
horrible.
Central Park Five when Trump called out for these innocent black men to be executed, and then when they were found not guilty, didn't even apologize to them to this
What
day.
about that
We're gonna forget
insurrection?
about the birther. We're gonna forget about I mean the man. We're gonna forget about all the stuff that Trump has done in the black community against black people, just to call out something Biden did 35, 40 years ago when he was a senator. Okay, do what you gotta do.
Listen, it's your choice. Like I said, Trump, like he can't get my vote. Not after that behavior.
I mean, it seemed okay. Nick also said Obama did nothing for the black community either.
Who?
Obama. He said Obama did nothing for the
He's
black. If you want to come on and join the panel for a few minutes, we welcome you. We're not, as you can tell, we're not aggressive or abusive, or we don't talk down to people. Your opinion is your opinion. Our opinion is our opinion. I mean, if you want to, I'm going to put the link in the chat. If you want to jump on and join the panel, and because I'm a big believer when you text stuff, when you type stuff, it comes across a lot more harsh than if you actually, because I've sent texts and people assume that I was upset and I wasn't.
So you was texting to white people?
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand though. How can we see, like, we get so many people that come on our show all the time. We deal with this all the time. People that come on the show and they aggressively go after Joe Biden. They aggressively go after Obama. If I had $1 for every time I heard Obama hadn't done nothing for black people, I'd be a multimillionaire. So on this show, but we don't hear black people come on this show and say Trump hasn't done nothing for black people. We very rarely hear what has Trump done for black people. Well, Trump is a racist, but we hear Biden's a racist all the time on this show. We hear Obama didn't do shit for black people on this show all the time. But I can count maybe on 3 fingers how many times, other than this panel, people that chime in on YouTube and other social media outlets come on here and dog Trump out. So I want somebody to explain that to me. When we have blatantly seen for 6 years the crap that this man has done, to the point that even Tiff, you know he's bad if Tiff ain't voting for him, because she hates Biden's guts, to be real. So and she ain't voting for the damn dude. She ain't voting for Biden over Trump, right? So Biden, Trump got to be bad.
Evils.
Trump got to be bad if Tiff is going for Biden, because I know Tiff don't like
Trump
Biden.
could have got me, but I think he's playing this white and black thing. I don't like that he brought these sneakers out thinking black people, oh, well, they gonna look at these sneakers, we gonna buy these sneakers. Or you think because you got a mug shot that's going to appeal. See, that's not appealing to me. You know, what you did, your behavior, and how you ruin and your whole crew ruin people's lives with
Let
your
me ask,
lies.
do you
No.
guys think that any politician should be appealing directly to a certain group of people, or do you think politicians should just come out with and just run on their platform and it be all inclusive? You don't have to say things hopefully to get the black vote or to get the Asian vote or get the
Are you
Latino.
talking about just be universal?
Yeah, just come out. These are my views. This is what I'm gonna do, and vote for me
No,
if you
because
like.
you have a poor, you have a middle class, and you have a rich, and you want those little bit of people, the people that poor, to vote for you because they matter. You understand? But you have to do something for us, and this is why we have our local officials that's supposed to help and assist, so we can be able to. It's like I said, the whole thing is like rigged to me. You know, I'm telling you.
First, first of all, Trump ran for office before. Remember, this wasn't the first time Trump ran. Trump ran
No,
for
it's
office
not the
before,
first time.
and it didn't even get that far. It wasn't until Obama became a president.
Oh yeah,
Obama
they was
became
happy to
president,
get that black man out.
and then there was a backlash, a secret backlash about Obama being president. Well, it wasn't really secret because that's what brought you the Tea Party and all that sort of stuff. And the lady out of can't think of her name right now. The lady that John McCain brought into the mix, who was so which is the beginning of the downfall of the Republican Party, right?
Right.
Uh, so let me say this real quickly. So when Trump ran for president before on his beliefs and so forth, and he didn't get that far.
No, he
It
didn't.
wasn't until Obama became president and Trump realized, because he's one of them, that a lot of Americans were upset about that.
Oh yeah, they was mad. They was mad, but
So he
that's why they
so
put
he came
Biden
down
as
those
his VP.
so he came down the escalators, right? And what did Trump say? He came down the escalator. First of all, he started the birther thing, the birther, which is absolutely the most ridiculous thing ever. Obama wasn't born in this country, and he's a Muslim. So Trump started that birther thing, which took off because what's his name, Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity and all these fools ran with it, and they got millions of followers. So that started it, and then uh, 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 um, he came down the escalators and said something about all Mexicans are rapists and murderers, and there's a large segment of white people that believe that too. And
Oh
that's
God.
what started it all. And guess what? After he said that about Obama, and after he said about the Mexicans, the KKK on their newspaper, they got a national newspaper, unfortunately, they endorsed Donald Trump. The KKK, the national
They was like,
KKK,
he's our type of guy. We like
endorsed
him.
Donald Trump. Now, we can sit here and call Biden racist all day and say he did all this bad shit for black
No,
people.
it's because he
The
said it out
KKK
loud.
has never endorsed Joe Biden. Those racist Nazis that were in Virginia chanting Jews won't replace us, they hate Joe Biden. So if all these racist groups in America are for Trump, how can this dude come on our show and tell us Biden's bad? When all the racist people, 99% of the racist groups in this country endorse Donald Trump. You know how many times I drive around this country in my car going from city to city to city as an entertainer, and I see Trump signs, and next to Trump signs, I see Confederate flag signs all the damn time. Confederate flag, Trump, Trump, Confederate flag. I see it all the time. You know what the
Yeah.
Confederate flag stands for? Do anybody know?
Yeah,
It
what is
means
I
that
know.
Tiff, Yard, and Kevin should not be doing this show right now. That our black asses should still be in slavery with our black ass families.
Yeah, if they could turn it all around, all of them would. Every white person would. Okay. You might have some here and there that be like, no, because they like black people,
See, Tiff,
or
that's a harsh
black
statement to
men.
say because that's a harsh statement, Tiffany, because millions of black people, and I'm gonna put the M on it, fought against slavery and died to stop
Hmm.
slavery.
Hmm.
So there's lots of white people who fought
No,
against
I did.
slavery.
I
That
said
was against slavery.
it's
Yeah,
some white
you
people
know.
out there, but we already know what they like. They like black people. So no, I get it. But why you able to see that is because look how you perform. You perform predominantly around white people. So you're going into their areas and you're seeing who is down for Trump, who is got them Confederate flags up. And I'm glad that you're able to see that because You're getting in there because you're light skinned. You know it. Am I right or wrong?
Kevin,
uh,
Kevin,
that's a whole other show, Tiff. And we might talk about that light skin, black, dark skin thing next week because I have something to say on that, but I don't want to say it right now. I'll discuss with you guys off the air, and we'll talk about it next week because I got a serious story I want to share with you guys about this, and I might bring my friend on the podcast to discuss it with us. Okay, I'll tell you guys about it after the show.
it's a dark skinned brother that you got.
I have a dark skinned comedian friend
Uh,
that was kind of fired from a gig, and it mainly because of his dark skin color. And I just played that venue that he was at, and I know he was. I told him on the phone why he was fired because he's a chocolate big black brother,
Yeah.
and they didn't like his big black ass, and that's why and these rich snobby ass white people. It wasn't all of them. So 99%. No, I've been 99% of white people like you when you perform in these venues. Carl can tell you that because Carl's a stand-up comic. But you do perform. If you perform in front of 500 white people, there's going to be maybe five in the audience that just don't want to see your black ass on stage.
Okay, Kev, you are a comfortable black.
I don't know
That's
that
what you
because
are.
on stage I'm not a comfortable black. I might
Yes,
be
you are
comfortable
because
looking,
you
but
do.
on stage I'm an asshole, and I'm very on stage I'm an asshole. On stage I'm very what's the word? Not arrogant, very in your face type of comic. I'm not a one of those. I'm not Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On stage, I'm very in your face, and I get on white people. I ride their asses on stage. I'm in their face, and I'm on that ass. They don't get a free ride with me. So yeah, they might accept me because I got that Sinbad look and Sinbad sort of thing. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
yes.
They're gonna take Sinbad over certain person. You know what I'm saying? But
You do
I,
have that
my
Sinbad
stage
light
act,
skin look.
my stage act is completely different than my appearance. So I don't always agree with I know the light skin. They say light skinned black people get away with stuff that dark skinned people can't get. In some cases, that's true, Tiff, but it's not always true
We're
because
not saying it's always true, but in
when
some cases it
when I
is.
travel, Tiff, a lot. I'm in my car down south traveling, driving to different cities and towns. I'm scared to death because
Because you're black.
when I get out of my car at a gas station and I walk into a gas station, I don't care if I'm light skinned or if I'm dark as Wesley Snipes. I walk into a gas station in the middle of Georgia somewhere or Alabama somewhere to get some gas because I'm on my way to Florida. I am a black ass, you know what, to some of these people.
Right.
So they don't care about this color. They know I'm black when I walk into that store.
Mm-hmm.
They see my walk, they see my swag, they see my
Mm-hmm.
skin. They go, oh, that's just a light skin nigga. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, been many light skinned brothers, my complexion, that probably been hung from trees
And I
uh,
was thinking
back
about
in the
that.
day.
Like, I saw any light skins hung from trees
There's a
in
famous photo.
pictures.
There's a famous photo that I had it on my phone years ago. I actually deleted it. It's a famous photo of a light skinned brother. He's standing there with like six white men, and they're about to hang him. And he's a little lighter than Carl, maybe, or Carl's complexion. And they're about to hang him. It's a famous photo. I don't know why they hung this brother. It's a famous photo, though, been circulating on the
Like I said, you
internet for
are a
years. Yeah.
comfortable black. You're a comfortable black.
I don't know, Tiff. I've gotten the dirty. I get the dirty side eye and the dirty look from a lot of people, Tiff,
Yeah,
when
that
I go
side
places.
eye is like
You know how many
you
hotels I've
ain't
gone
dark
into?
skinned.
I've been in a lot of hotels where fancy hotels, 5-star hotels where I get on an elevator with a white woman and she clenched her purse. It's
And
not
you should
like you think.
clench
It's not
your
like you think,
You should
sister.
clench
It's
your
not.
wallet.
It's not like you think. You're so wrong about
Hold
that.
your stuff so she won't breed you.
You don't
No,
get on
I'm
an
just
elevator with a bunch of white people and they want you to push your floor first.
I
It happen all the time. Happen all the time to me when I get on these elevators at these casinos I be performing at, and they wait for me to push floor number 7 before they push their floor because they want to make sure I. One time I was going to the same floor they were going to. They scared to death.
I
I'm
think they
going
be giving them rules and regulations when they at home. Listen, don't touch the button before the black person do. You find out where he going from. I'm telling you, they be having rules and regulations
oh
to
they
dealing with us.
they're afraid of us. I don't know why. but they're
And I'm
afraid.
afraid of them.
I'm not afraid of them.
Yes, I am. They done stole us already. They can steal us twice.
If Sir Nick, if you're still watching the show, I think Kevin brought up a good point. If Joe Biden is so racist, how come the
The KKK
they
and all the Nazi groups in America
how
support. Yeah,
how come they support Trump? Why aren't they behind Joe Biden? Why aren't
Because
they?
another statistic. I have another statistic for you. Hate crimes against blacks, Asian, and Jews skyrocketed under Trump's presidency. Not under Biden, under Trump.
yeah, and
So I need these black Trumps.
it
I need
started
all
with
these Trump
Obama.
supporters who come on here with that gibberish to explain this to us. I'm not being mean, but I'm tired of playing games. I'm not being mean. I just want some answers. People come on, these trolls. They come on and they say stuff, and they disappear. But there's got to be a reason for that. There's a reason the KKK wants Donald Trump to be president. There's a reason these Nazi groups are marching openly in the streets of America right now. There's a reason that hate crimes are up under America. They weren't up over Obama. He might ain't done nothing for black people, but the KKK wasn't marching through the streets.
They
They
wasn't
did.
marching through the streets. They was doing worse than that. They was killing black boys while they was in uniform, or ones that was pretending to be white.
But that's been going on for the
It was
history
a lot
of
going
our
on with them.
country. That's been going on for the history of the country. Cops ain't started killing black boys because Obama was in office. That went on. They've been
No,
killing
it
black
didn't.
men
But they
forever.
did say racial things escalated when he came into office, because it was a lot of whites very upset that it was a black man in office, and they said his wife was more threatened than he was. So
Of
yeah,
course
it
it
was an
was.
issue because they had them black people in that office,
That's why
especially they
we
wasn't
got
light
Trump.
skinned blacks.
That's why we got Trump. For that exact reason, the
Yeah,
reason
just
we
for
have
that
Trump.
reason, I believe that to calm the whites down. Now, listen, we got a good racist up in here, and he's outwardly racist. Okay, see, Biden wasn't going to put his business out in the street like that because we already know who he was from long time history. But Trump, he gonna tell you who he is, and I appreciate that. I appreciate a white person letting us know who they are from the beginning. I just know how to handle and deal with you. I don't trust the ones that is behind the closed doors and calling you a nigga with your black friends. You understand? And those are the coons you've been talking about, Carl. The Republican coon, sit up there, laugh up in black people's faces, and they know they over there kissing masses damn ass. Oh.
Trump gets a lot of. Biden gets a lot of heat for the crime bill. People bring up the crime bill that he wrote. They don't tell you though that a lot of black people actually wanted that crime bill. When he wrote that crime bill, the three strike and all that stuff, a lot of black people were okay. Well, down at that time, black people were okay with that because black people were dying in the streets from crack cocaine like crazy. The
I have to look
wars,
that
the
up.
wars. We all have family members that are gone because of
Was
crack
on
cocaine.
drugs or
I know I
yeah.
do. I have family members that are gone because of drugs.
Right. Me too.
So we all do probably, right? All okay. Find me an African American
Especially in the
family.
late 70s and the 80s.
Find me an African American family that has not been affected by drugs. And so a lot of black people were okay. Even the black politicians of those days, the ones who were around, they were okay with it. So it wasn't like people going, "Hey man, this crime bill is racist." Nobody called the crime bill racist until Trump ran for office, and then people didn't want Biden to be president, and now they brought up the crime bill. You never heard about the crime bill during when he was the vice president for Trump. I mean, for I'm sorry for Obama. Never heard about the crime bill. When Clinton was in office, never heard about the crime bill. When George Bush was in office for 8 years, never heard about the crime bill. And this guy, Biden, was a senator that whole 8 years. Nobody ever said, "Hey, they got the crime bill." Nobody talked about the crime bill
Yeah,
until
because we
Trump got
forget
in
about all of
office.
those things.
Then Trump got in office. All of a sudden, Biden's racist. He had that crime bill. Like nobody brought that shit up until Trump got in office.
We're talking about racist.
My question is why is every time Donald Trump talks about helping blacks, it's always about getting them out of jail. You know what I mean? It's always about help them, pass something to keep them off drugs. It's always something with some criminal attachment to it.
Yeah,
You know,
because he catering to
he took.
the people that we saw on that video right there, pal. And you know that video you showed us earlier. That's who he's catering to. Most of those guys probably aren't even registered to vote. The ones you seen on that video saying they got Trump's back, they're gonna vote for Trump. 'Cause I was getting money when Trump was in office. Looked like
Yes.
he was selling drugs to me.
Did
You
Listen,
know.
you
Kevin,
know
did
we are superficial people. We don't have critical thinking. We do not balance out things. We just see things for what they are. And that's what a lot of those people in the video saw. They just saw Trump, what? The mug shot, the sneakers. They only seeing that. Oh, and a couple of dollars during the pandemic, which
Oh,
was old to us.
speaking of pandemic, Trump put his signature on all the checks that we got, right? That checks that came in the mail for the pandemic. Trump
Right.
had his signature across all those checks. So when everybody got the check, saw Trump's name on it. But what most people don't realize, I guess, is that all the Republicans voted against those checks even being sent out. It was
No,
the
I
Democrats. It was
believe
the
that
Democrats
too.
that passed that bill for the checks to be sent out. The Republicans didn't want the checks to be sent out. But once the Democrats got the bill passed for the relief checks, this
Hmm.
fool puts his name on it. That's gangster.
You said that's gangster?
Kevin, did you see the rebuttal or the response to Joe Biden's state of the
I did
No.
watch. Yeah, I did watch it, and
did you see the rebuttal from the
I saw it. You have it. It was. I mean, you
yeah,
have a clip of it. It was absolutely ridiculous. And this is a woman too, who
What's her name?
Trump passed
Katie
the
Britt?
bill.
Katie Britt?
Trump Trump is putting women back into the freaking 60s right now, the 50s, where they can't make choices on their body. He's passing all these big, put these conservative judges on the bench. They're taking away women's rights. And then you got some woman that gets on TV shedding fake tears about
Yeah.
Republicans when all the bills they pass has been against women.
Yeah.
It's
In the
fucking unbelievable.
kitchen.
It's so
Everybody
unbelievable.
keep wondering because I know I saw it and I'm like, what's going on? First of all, I didn't stay for a whole hour and a half for the State of the Union. Nobody got time for all of that. But some people got time. So only thing I got was just a little bit of things. But what I did see, it's a lot of Trump supporters in there. A lot of white people that's in there that sent it. This lady, what's her name? Marjorie. She had
My,
Why don't you tell her green?
yeah.
a whole red hat on with the red shirt, make America great again, screaming at Biden.
Yeah.
I think that's really disrespectful. Isn't he the president? Don't you supposed to be sitting there listening to what he has to say and respect his space?
She's a disrespectful woman, but
They
here's
were screaming at him. I saw people in there with Trump t-shirts on and stuff like that. I mean, they were off the hook in there. Like they were really loud. I bet you a black person they would kick their ass right out. But he talked about
unvarnished
what he talked about. He talked about the senior.
And ends with this. Our families are hurting. Our country can do better. And you don't have to look any further than the crisis at our southern border to see it. Just think about Laken Riley. In my neighboring state of Georgia, this beautiful 22-year-old nursing student went out on a jog one morning, but she never got the opportunity to return home. She was brutally murdered by one of the millions of illegal border crossers President Biden chose to release into our homeland. Mr. President, enough is enough. Innocent Americans are dying, and you only have yourself to blame. Fulfill your oath of office, reverse your policies, end this crisis, and stop the suffering. We all recall when presidents faced national security threats with strength and resolve. That seems like ancient history. Right now, our commander-in-chief is not in command. The free world deserves better than a dithering and diminished leader. And that's why tonight, I want to make a direct appeal to the parents out there and in particular to my fellow moms, many of whom I know will be up, tossing and turning at 2 a.m., wondering how you're going to be in 3 places at once and then somehow still get dinner on the table. First of all, we see you, we hear you, and we stand with you. So now it's our turn, our moment to stand up and prove ourselves worthy of protecting the American dream. Together, we can reawaken the heroic spirit of a great nation. Because America, we don't just have a rendezvous with destiny. We take destiny's hand and we lead it. We don't just have a rendezvous with destiny.
Where'd Kevin go?
I don't know. Maybe that girl scared him half to death. Because I know she creeped me out. She looks like the older version of Wednesday Addams.
He came back and Kevin was gone.
She's creepy. I don't know. She didn't make me feel like, oh, it was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's very up and down, emotional up and down. And now I understand
Hey, what's up,
people.
Gina says, make it stop. Make it stop. She reminds me of Morticia from the Addams Family. That's what she reminds me of.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Wednesday Addams. You know, she's a
right,
housewife now.
Wednesday's the
little girl.
Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. Who was Morticia? Which one was the wife?
Morticia was her mother.
Oh, not Morticia. Yeah, the little girl.
She reminded me of Wednesday Addams, but a modern day one. Like she got real spicy, and then she, let's do this, and I'm coming for the parents, and you're like, this lady is crazy.
Fucking crazy.
No, is he beating up the TV?
Fucking wrong.
You know what, Kevin? You know what that Katie reminded me of? Have you ever been in a store, standing in line, and there's like the cat and the white person that's checking out? They engage. They're like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for thank you. And there's like this little love fest going on between the two. It's almost like they're trying to show what a connection they have. You know what I mean? Because you don't have this kind of connection. It's almost like they're trying to show off. Because they want to show that we have a little white thing going on here. That she was speaking directly to white people. That's who she was speaking.
White people, white women tears.
Yeah, she was.
That lady right there is the same, had the same mentality that got Emmett Till killed. is that freaking mentality right there?
They drink from all the same container. I keep thinking.
Saying that the white lady, there was a white jogger that was killed by an immigrant. It did happen.
They did talk about that.
But majority of white women are attacked by white men, just like the majority of black women are attacked by black men. It depends. Your community.
There's some bad immigrants out there. Nobody's saying there isn't bad immigrants. It's bad. I'll state our penitentiaries. We have more penitentiaries than any normalized country in the world, and we imprison more people than any normalized country in the world. So all these prisons, 98% of the people in these prisons are black and white men and women, not immigrants. So
no,
we have
some Spanish people. Well, they're not putting the immigrants.
There's some Spanish gangs. Yeah, there's some Spanish gangs in there. Especially, in states like California. There's New Mexico, place like that. Yeah, there's Spanish gangs, stuff like that. I'm just saying
up here too.
The majority
in the East,
the majority of people in jail. I argue, and I could be wrong. I'll do some research, if I run my big whole mouth. But I'm just thinking.
What's that little young boy that got killed up in the Bronx? Junior got killed by some gang members, and they killed the wrong person. They stabbed him up, and they was part of gangs. So it's gangs in all nationalities,
True.
And the Spanish gang ain't nothing to mess with. I don't mess with
No,
them.
ain't no gang. Ain't no gang.
I don't mess with them, but yeah, you know. So, yeah, the State of the Union, they've been talking about this young lady. She's kind of creepy, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know how y'all. She made me feel very not happy. I was not warm or fuzzy.
Basically, she was trying to scare white America. That was her job. Is to go out
Oh,
there
that's
and scare the
okay.
white moms because the immigrants are coming, the illegals are coming. They're coming to they're going to eat your kids. You
Oh,
know that's what that was her job. To come across as as
But that's an old playbook because they did that same thing. Nixon and Bush Senior did that. Willie Lynch, they called the Willie Lynch thing. They did that back in the '70s when they were saying this black guy rapist is going to come into our neighborhoods. It's
yeah.
called. Anybody read about Willie Lynch? Yeah, so it's an old tactic that's been used before by politicians.
Willie Horton. You're talking about Willie Horton, the
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Willie Horton. I said Willie Lynch. I'm sorry. Yeah, Willie Horton. Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah. So they use. I mean, these old tactics, old racist tactics they use. You know,
To try to scare people.
to try to scare. And that's the whole thing about coming in the escalator saying all Mexicans are rapists and murderers. And then there's some white people up in the woods in some rural neighborhood that go, yeah, they are, aren't they? And they're scared of him, and they want to go out. Then they'll go out and vote for Trump because he promises to get rid of all of these people. So he's gonna reverse all of Obama's shit and reverse all of everybody's stuff and get rid of everybody. Everybody's out of this country. Everybody's gone.
Okay, so Joe Biden did say some racist stuff back in the day. He did pass some crime bills that did hurt black people. But is he doing that now today? I mean, Trump is doing his stuff today, now,
Yeah,
like
right.
present.
No, I don't think he's doing it now today, but what he did yesterday is affecting a lot of people today.
I mean, did he ever apologize? Did he ever regret? Did he ever?
No, he never apologized. When he told Charlamagne, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. That's disrespectful because we wake up black every day. When we look in the mirror, we black. So, things like that you look at, but Trump, excuse me, Biden wants to do a lot of things, but I do want to say this one thing that made me laugh at the State of the Union. He said nobody better not try to touch the senior citizens budget. He said, because I'm coming for you. He was not playing about that senior citizen budget. And he said that credit card fees from $32 to $8. This is what he trying to do, okay?
I agree with the credit card fees, but the credit card company said they're going to raise the interest rates to make up for the money they're going to lose if they lose the late fees. If they lose, it's all a big freaking scam.
Yeah.
Even like my insurance just went up. Why? My car insurance, because I got rear-ended last year. I got rear-ended.
And your insurance went up.
And I went through the other party's insurance to get my car fixed. But my insurance went up by like $80 because
that's why I don't want a car.
They told me,
it's so expensive.
Why did my car insurance go from one? You know what I mean? Like went up. So you had a car accident. I say, yeah, but it wasn't my fault. I was sitting in traffic. Some idiot. You know what I mean? I wasn't paying attention, but that's my. She goes, crazy. You had an accident.
Just because you had an accident. Yeah, if you didn't have one, yeah, but it wasn't even your fault.
No, and I didn't even go through my insurance.
Yeah, they shouldn't raise your insurance, so you should be looking for a new insurance company and let them know why you're moving on. I'm moving on from you criminals to another criminal. They're all criminals, but you just at one point when one criminal disrespects you, you go to another criminal.
I tried moving insurance companies, and the new insurance company said, "We see you have an accident."
Wow.
No, they watch you. Let me tell you something. This internet and all of this stuff, you be looking for something somewhere else while all of a sudden it's popping up all over the place. Or you thinking about something in your head, and I'm telling you, they got something in these computers that be watching us.
Hey, Carl, I sent a clip to your to your WhatsApp app. I couldn't get it on our Facebook thing.
You sent it
Um,
just now, or you sent it?
no, I sent it earlier this afternoon to the WhatsApp app. I don't know if you could pull that up right now, uh, but if you can, I want you to play that if you can. Let me see. I sent you the Black Therapy Show on WhatsApp on our WhatsApp app. Yes,
Okay,
yeah, it's
I didn't
yeah,
even know we had one.
a WhatsApp.
yeah. We have one.
Yeah.
We have one at WhatsApp. WhatsApp, and I sent a clip to it this afternoon.
All right, let me go look for it. You guys
Yeah,
hold.
no, yeah, I want you to play that on the show today. So if you can get it, it'd be great. Until then, we'll just talk about Tiff's hairdo. Tiff, how's your hair?
Oh no. Let's talk about the hairdo. Let's talk about you like my hair big.
No,
Let's
no, it
talk
looks nice. I
about
was about to say your hair looks nice tonight.
thank
How
you,
about you
baby.
compliment?
Shout out to your mother and your sister because they always watching us.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are watching. I
So
don't know if they're watching right now.
did you see the man that what's his name that was sitting next to Kamala?
No.
What's his name? He's a
Oh,
senator.
oh
They
yeah,
made
that
him.
guy. Oh, that Jack is Jack something. He's another Trump supporter. He's a dangerous
You
dude
should have
too.
saw him in the back. They should have just had the camera on him. He was like,
Yeah, they all do that, which is ridiculous. The
that
most
was
ridiculous thing
so
ever. Yeah.
funny. Like they had somebody did it on TikTok. They just had his face the whole time, and he was not. He didn't like nothing. Okay.
Yeah, no, of course not. He's basically a Trump wannabe, and he's there, to basically, all those Republicans you saw that they showed them they just sit there, and they were what all old ass white men, old. You saw all of them are old, silver hair, old. I mean, first of all, we should have. I think it's time to pass a law that you can't serve anymore if you're over freaking 75 years old.
You said 75. I think it should be 65. Just like everybody else, our regular people, we go. What happened to us when we turn 65? We retire. Why
Our,
they
our,
can't retire?
our forefathers, the George Washington, all those cats, man, they had passed a law that you can, be in power up to that age because back in those days, Thomas Jefferson and George Washington days, men weren't living that long. So they passed a law based on their longevity. Most of those guys weren't even living to be 65 years old back in those days. If you
Yeah,
get to
because they didn't
65,
have proper health care. Now the health care is up
yeah,
the roof these days.
yeah,
Look at
longevity
Biden.
for
He is damn
everybody
near
back in those days.
5,000 years old. He's still walking around.
If you lived to be 70 back in the 1800s, you were a badass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't live to be that long
Because
because
all the disease and plagues and
diseases
all of
and
that
stuff,
stuff
yeah,
going
all
on.
that stuff. Yeah, nobody knew how to treat it and stuff like that. So when they put all of this stuff together, it was all based uh, uh, um, on longevity of them at that time. But things have changed over the last 300
So
years
you
now.
don't so you don't think that these rules and regulations that was made in the early 1900s, late 1800s, you don't think that these rules need to be upgraded or
Yeah, I do. I think that's what I'm
changed?
saying. Yeah, they need to be upgraded and changed. Definitely upgraded. I mean, Mitch McConnell said, "I'm not running anymore." He's about to step down. But the guy is what? I mean, he's older than Biden. Like
He's
Yeah, and
Biden,
he got stuck
Biden
3
shouldn't be.
times.
Look, Biden and Trump should not be running for president. These two dudes should be somewhere on the golf course, living out the rest of their days on this planet, just doing whatever they do. They both got money and power. They should go
Right.
sit their asses down somewhere and
yeah.
just have a nice sandwich. I
All
don't
right,
know why these guys want to still be in power. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know,
That's that
they just
white people shit. You ready,
who,
Carl?
who's Kodak Black?
Kodak Black. Oh,
Yeah,
he's a
Kodak
rapper.
Black is an artist from Florida.
Is she a rapper?
Actually, Trump actually belt.
Trump
I
got him
think
out of jail.
pardon him. He's a Haitian American from
Oh,
Florida. He's a rapper.
oh, okay. All right, he's all in for Trump.
Well, Trump got him out of jail, and he's somebody from Florida,
So
and he
everybody
has
Trump
an
gets out of jail.
influence.
All these rappers Trump got out of jail, or all these guys are voting for Trump now because he got their buddies out of jail. That's what I said. Trump is helping people in jail, prison, and sneakers and all this stuff. Trying to
He's
he's going for the
marketing.
he's
He's
going for all the
marketing.
black people that he think he can get.
He's marketing. He knows what he's doing. He's marketing. First of all, you know why he's targeting these rappers? Because these rappers have fans that's over 18 years old. And they have millions and millions of views. And if they see them voting for him, they're gonna vote for him too. So he know what he's doing. We gotta give it to this crazy redhead man that he know what he's doing with marketing. He's doing this is marketing. He's treating this like a business.
And Taylor Swift is doing the same thing on the Democrats. She got probably, I think Taylor Swift has, I believe, more Twitter followers than anybody right now. And she's telling all her followers to vote, Democrat. And she got all these 18, 19-year-old girls that kiss her feet. So
Yes.
I'm going to show some Kodak Black, and I'm going to show Kevin's video.
For real?
That boy Trump, man. Hey, Uncle Trump. Trump 2024, you hear me? No, crap. Daddy don't like crap. We need Trump in office, man, forever, man. Rock out, man. Trump the best thing for America, you heard me? For sure. Trump the best thing for America, man. I respect that boy Elijah, his whole little setup, his whole run now. Even if he ain't Freeman, like, if Trump just that GOAT, is he shit?
Kevin, you still your iPad still working?
now just reading. Kodak Black walks out of Broadway jail, throws a rock at at journalists, and threatens to punch a reporter.
Yeah.
Trump said he likes the poorly educated. Didn't he say that?
I would never vote for anybody Kodak Black tells me to vote for.
All right, so here's the video Kevin sent to me. This brother is explaining, the whole Trump phenom here.
It's time to debunk two big myths about Donald Trump and black people. Myth number one.
You never heard anything about Donald Trump being racist until he ran for president and won.
Not true. Trump's history of racism goes back decades. The Nixon administration sued him for refusing to rent to black people in the 1970s. He led a lynch mob against 5 innocent black and brown teenagers in the Central Park 5 case in the 1980s. He claimed that
a well-educated black has a tremendous advantage over a well-educated white.
He was fined for racial discrimination at his casinos in the 1990s. He used racist language to fight against Native American casinos.
They don't look like Indians to me.
And he was quoted as saying he didn't want black people counting his money, only Jews. Then he led a 5.5-year racist campaign challenging President Obama's birth certificate.
You have people now down there searching, in Hawaii.
Absolutely, and they cannot believe what they're finding.
Heck, even Republicans knew he was racist.
Man that chooses not to disavow the KKK. That's not who we want as president.
Here's Lindsey Graham.
He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
And his top black aide, Omarosa.
Donald Trump will go down as the most racist president in the history of our nation.
Even his future White House press secretary.
To me, a racist statement's a racist statement. I don't like what Donald Trump said.
Yeah, we knew. Myth number two.
Nobody has done more for the black community than Donald Trump.
Not true. Trump appointed the 3 Supreme Court justices who overturned affirmative action. He appointed fewer black judges than any president in decades. He signed an executive order banning critical race theory, DEI, diversity, or any kind of training on racial sensitivity. He led a racist campaign against black quarterback Colin Kaepernick.
Get that son of a off the field right now. Out. He's fired.
He attacked civil rights hero John Lewis. He attacked black countries as country. He vetoed a bill to remove Confederate names from military bases. He canceled President Obama's plan to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. He gave a Medal of Freedom to racist Rush Limbaugh. He tear-gassed peaceful Black Lives Matter protesters outside the White House. He tweeted a video of a supporter chanting, and then tried to throw out millions of black votes in Atlanta, Detroit, and Philadelphia when he lost the 2020 election.
Nobody has done more for the black community than Donald Trump.
Say what you want about Donald Trump, but don't piss on me and tell me it's raining.
Well,
Thank you, Carl.
that says it all right there.
Yeah, and I'm sure our Trump-loving supporters that watch our show has already fled the broadcast. We should
Facts is
we should we should
facts.
we should
Okay.
open with that one. We should open the show with that, so they couldn't run.
We have we have someone from YouTube, Robert Timothy. Hey, what's up, Robert? Welcome.
Hey,
He
Robert.
he calls our show the Hate Whitey Show.
We don't hate
Yeah.
no whites, not all of
He
them.
said, "Oh, I get it. It's the Hate Whitey Show, and Whitey is to blame for all my bad life choices." Listen, Robert, all of us have very good lives here, so I don't know where you get your information from that we are all having very bad. Because I don't have a bad life. Kevin don't have a bad life. Tiffany don't have a bad life.
I'm
I have white
blessed.
friends. I know that sounds racist, but I do. Uh, I wrote a hey Robert. I wrote a book. Uh, I won't tell you what my book is, but I wrote a book. I'm not here to advertise my book right now, but I wrote a book. In my book, there's a whole chapter dedicated to my stepdad, who just happened to be a white guy, named Mr. Sheldon. I spoke very highly of him, how he helped my life and was influencing my life, and all the wonderful things he did, uh, in my life, to help me get to where I'm at right now. So, yeah, man, it's easy to come onto a show, watch 5 seconds of it or 5 minutes of it, and say we're racist, we don't like white
No,
people.
we don't hate no white people.
It's amazing when you know, if you tune into a show tomorrow on YouTube and you see three Jewish people talking about the Holocaust, you won't tell them they're assholes for talking about the Holocaust. But
Right.
if you see three black people talking about racism, against black people, we hate black people. I mean, we hate white
Right.
people. That always amazes me.
Right.
Like, we're the only people that can't talk about
Yeah.
racism, but everybody else can talk about their plights.
Right. But we can't
We can't
tell
talk about
our
we can't
story.
tell. Oh, we need the Godfrey clip right now. We need the Godfrey clip right now, Carl. You know which one I'm talking about.
Robert says, Whitey is to blame for all my bad life choices. I've never complained about anything. I've never said white people is to blame for any of my life choices. Robert, if you watch the show, you can go back on YouTube and you can watch all the other shows. You will see we just bring facts. We don't make anything up. We don't make anything up. We all do research before the show. And if we have to correct ourselves, we will correct ourselves.
Yes, we will.
No, I mean, it's just like they don't want critical race theory into the schools. They want to believe that Columbus discovered America, which is not true.
It was already people here.
If we say that, then we hate Whitey. If we say just because a lie was told 200 years ago, it doesn't make it true. It has to be corrected, even if it's corrected 1,000 years from. So anyway, welcome to the Hate Whitey Show.
No, no, but listen, life is too short. We also have white people in our family. I have a few white people in my family. So I don't hate, but I'm going to say this. I don't trust all of them. And that's my personal opinion. And that's our personal opinion. Like I said, our life is not bad like that, but we also know that this system is run by the whites, and some of the systems is not for us. So we got to work around it so we can be able to survive, because we are survivors. So we're not a hate train or anything like that. We just tell the truth, how we see it, and how they show us who they are.
But this is what I always found in America, and I'm not the first person to say this. America is in a state of denial. Deny, deny, deny. Deny slavery happened. Deny America is a racist country. Was built on on a racist foundation. Deny this discrimination. Deny people don't get hired because of their name. If their name sounds too black. Deny police shoot people just because they're black. Just deny, 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 deny. And until the America, whoever the powers admit that yes, racism is
accountability.
Yes, until that changes, everything will remain the same.
Is Robert white or black?
I assume he's white because he said it's a Hate Whitey show. I don't see a picture of him.
Oh, because Robert, we did a refinance my house. We refinanced my home last year, and if you're still watching, I was told by a very honest person that when the banker came to our house, it'd be a good idea to remove all our pictures from. So I had to take down pictures off of my daughter, of my mother, you know, my lady, everything that anything that a banker would walk into this house and go, man, a brother lives here. I had to take down all that shit and hide it until the banker came in, appraised the house, and then left. I know you probably never had to do that in your life. You don't, and this is 2023 when I had to do this, not 20 years ago, not 50
Yeah.
years ago, not 75 years ago, 2023. And I still have to hide. I still have to let a banker know that. And I left this part out. We had to not hire. We got one of our white friends to come sit that day at our house and pretend that they lived here. Swear to God, not making that up, because we could not be here when the bankers show up because it wasn't very smart to do that, because history has shown that black people get the worst loans, we get denied loans, and all the other stuff. So if you don't know the history, then it's hard. It's not fair to come on a show like this and insult us, you know, because it's just unfair. You don't live in these shoes, dude. You don't live in these shoes. You have no idea what it's like to be Carl Yard or Kevin or Tiff. You have no idea. Trust me, you have no idea.
I had no idea what a sunburn was. I had no idea. I had no idea it could be painful. I had no idea. I was doing a show with a comedian and I was supposed to go pick him up. So I drove to his house and his mom came out and told me he can't go because he got a really bad sunburn today. So I'm like, what do you mean? Like, how bad can the sun? So he was laying on the couch on his belly, but I didn't know he had a sunburn on his back, and I slapped him on his back.
Oh.
All white people who know a bad sunburn on your back, how it can hurt, can understand. But when I tell black people that, they can't relate, right? Because
No, a sunburn hurts.
he screamed a scream that I have never heard before in my entire life.
Yeah, because his ass didn't put no cream on his body.
But I didn't know. I really didn't. But when he took off his shirt and I saw what it looked like somebody was frying on his back. It looked like his back was like.
Yeah, he's supposed to use sunblock to put on for their skin. Their skin can't take that heavy heat and anything. And it's so deep because a lot of us as black people have to wear sunblock also because we can become burned too. People, like in his case, his body can turn into blisters, big ass, juicy blisters. And when you smacked him, you probably popped the blister.
Yeah. So I said all that to say, Robert can say what he said. This is the Hate Whitey show, and we are blaming Whitey for all of our bad choices. Blah blah blah. But I can guarantee you, I'm not complaining. Kevin's not complaining. Tiffany's not complaining. But we will bring you the facts. We will continue to, so, and we're not depressed or oh poor me. None of that kind of stuff. So, and I know. I know a lot of white people think that that when they see black people discussing issues that we're complaining, but we're not. We are very happy people.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
It's weird that we can't discuss these things though. Like we're not allowed to discuss things that alienate our people, without being called names. Like that's just so weird to me. Like
because it's scary. It scares them. Let me show. I'm gonna show this video. This kind of explain. This is Cat Williams and Mark Lamont Hill explaining exactly what we're talking about here.
Think about the parallels in the videos I'm about to show you. One is by comedian, actor, and writer Cat Williams.
You probably wonder, why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
What's the answer?
The liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer is over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still going to be looking over here. me the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity.
And the other is by journalist, professor, and activist Dr. Mark Lamont Hill.
That's why these writers kept written by himself, written by herself, Phyllis Wheatley, Frederick, because they thought Negroes couldn't read and write. They thought Negroes didn't have the capacity to read and write. And yet they made all the laws to stop us from learning how to do what? Read and write. If we can't read and write, what you trying so hard to stop us for? And the answer is because America has always known what you are. America has always known who you are. America has understood what you're capable of, and they will make you think you ain't nothing at the same time that they exploit your gifts. They'll tell you you lazy and make you a slave. They'll tell you you dirty and have you clean their house. They'll tell you you uncivilized, and we raise their children. They know who you are. But it's time that you listen to who you are, that you understand who you are.
Two different phrasings, same idea. It addresses the lies told by white supremacy culture and how it benefits from the demonization and dehumanization of black people and black culture, while at the same time relying on black humanity and black culture. Love and liberation to you all, and as always, like and follow for more content.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Lamar Hill just scared the shit out of every white person watching right now. You didn't have the case,
Listen,
man.
he scared the hell out of me. I was like this. I think I told him. I was like, oh.
You're not helping our case, Carl. You might as well play the fire card shit. You might as well play the fire card on while you at it shit.
I was like, Lamar Hill, what is going on?
Brother, just passion. That's passion. I call that passion.
I need
he
a
woke me
shower.
out of my passionate nap.
He's just passionate.
No, he's passionate, man. Damn. I guess you know what that is though? To some people that's hate speech.
Right.
To some people that's hate speech.
Yeah, look at Malcolm X. He was passionate, and they was like, "No, this nigga's dangerous."
Yeah. Well, when you too passionate, you become dangerous. Yeah, exactly.
But basically, what he's saying is they don't want you to know how good you are. They don't want you to know you're smart.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's how they keep you.
Because that means you're going to elevate.
Right, man.
You know what though? The humanity, the fact that somebody can come on our show with 9 out of 10 is probably a white guy who tuned into us on YouTube to watch the show. And the only thing he took away from the show was that we don't like white people. He don't even say, man.
Yeah.
You know, he don't even listen with a heart and go, man, these guys go through a lot. Black people go through a lot. Can I tell you a story real quickly? I'll make it real quick. I do a bit in my show about racial profiling, right? And we did 2 shows last night. So after my first show, I talked to a keyboard guy. I was on a show of a band. I played at a resort in a review show. So when the white guy who plays in the band, real good keyboardist, he's talking to me in the green room, dressing room after the show, and he goes, "Man, the thing you did with the window frame about white people being pulled over, about black people being pulled over." He goes, "I was so naive about that. I grew up not knowing it." You know, he said he grew up not knowing that happened to black people that much until he started being a musician and hanging out with black people. And he told some of his black friends to come over his house one day. And he like, they were like, "Nah, man, we ain't coming over this time of night. You crazy?" He goes, "Why not?" And they told him why. Because he grew up, you know, in the southern state. He goes, his black friends were like, "Man, we ain't coming over there, man, because we ain't driving this time of night in that neighborhood." And it opened his eyes to how black people fear and deal with stuff.
Yeah.
So when he laughed at the joke last night, but he also had pain talking to me about what we have to deal with as black people. He showed, you know, heart because he was like, "Man, that's messed up that you guys got to live like
He
that."
had sympathy and
He had
empathy
sympathy.
for black. Yeah.
Exactly. So this cat that tuned into our show, he had no sympathy about how what we go through in America. The only thing he took from this conversation, I don't know how he was watching, but all he came away with was these guys that fucking hate white people.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, which is the furthest thing from the truth, is absolutely ridiculous. But the fact that that's all he came away with, it just shows that he is. Excuse me, I lost you guys for a second, but I'm still here. If you can hear me.
Yeah, we got it. You're frozen, Kev. You're frozen, Kev. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, you're back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So what my point is that this guy didn't come to watch the show with good intentions to begin with. Because if he did, then he would have some sympathy for our plight. So he watches show to be negative. He watches show because he's probably a racist. Let's face it.
Racist, or it could be a troll.
A
A
troll. Well,
troll from
trolls are racist too,
yesteryear.
right? He's probably a racist troll who it don't matter what we say, he don't like us, right? Because
Listen,
we're talking about this. We're talking about this. So
a lot of people are not comfortable with us talking about what happened to us, but it's our story, and we should be able to say our story and talk about it and give an opinion about it without having no problem with it. So
But like
don't
Kevin
stress.
said, why do people get so scared? Like people get afraid. No,
Because they were taught to be okay. Again, do you think white people know anything about us like that? I don't think their parents sit there and tell them about Black history or what Black people go through. They don't know. I told you, what's her
I
name,
mean,
Kelsey, lately. She went around to white people in a documentary on Netflix, and she was telling them about the disparities, and they didn't know nothing was going on. It's like they're in their own world and their own bubble. So how do you expect your friend or whoever said they didn't know none of this because it wasn't taught to them? They didn't have to experience it. They didn't have to walk in it. That's why I feel like if I go into a psychiatrist, I don't want to go to a white psychiatrist because he would never understand the walk of life of a Black person. You understand? Because they have to walk a whole different life than us. And the same thing for white people. Why are you coming to see us? Only reason you should come to see us is say, what can we do for Black people to make it better?
yeah. I mean, I tell another story kind of similar to what Kevin just told, and this is, if this guy Robert is still watching. I worked at one time. I worked for a cable company, so I had to go to people's houses and install cable or fix the internet or do all that stuff. So the company I work for, they're like, "Hey, we're putting in this new program. While you're at the house, even if you go there to fix just the internet, we need you to check the cable box, check the phone box, check all the boxes in the house. This way we can keep up on the maintenance on each house, and we won't have to it would save the company money because we wouldn't have to schedule service calls to go out and fix stuff. Because if you can fix everything while you're there, because when they log into a piece of equipment, they can tell how it's doing, if it needs repair, does it need replacing. So they say, just do it all while you're there. Okay. So if I will go to a house just to fix the internet, while I'm finished with the internet, I would say, okay, can I go check the other? Where's your cable box? They go, it's in the other room. Can I go check it? Because my supervisor said, and no white person, none, ever let me. They just gave me a look like, what are you up to? Right? They just gave me a look. Why you want to go in that room? You're here to fix my internet. I call about the internet. So I'm trying to explain to them, well, it's because, my supervisor, he can see all your equipment and he's telling me that this, and they're not even having it. You know what I mean? They came so close to like, nigga, get out of my house.
Okay.
So I tried to explain this to my supervisor, who's also white. I tried to tell him, listen, here's what you need. You need to call ahead and explain to them why I need to go. And he didn't feel, he like, oh, that's ridiculous. Just go in the other room. Just tell me you need to go in the other room. The white technicians didn't have that problem.
No, they didn't have to question them. They was questioning your ass.
Right. But that's just, people don't get it, and people don't care. You know what I mean? But who cares? Like,
it doesn't affect them.
Right. To them, this is as I'm telling this story, it's a little thing to them. Okay, so the white person didn't let you go, but that tells me you think I'm a criminal, or you think I'm there. You don't think I'm trying to do my job, but you let the other white technician, all over whatever they need. So, so I mean, I guess people don't know. And I guess if we want to lump women into, there's stuff that women go through that we don't know. Because I remember when my wife used to try to ask me to take her car to the gas station, to put gas in it. I'm like, why can't you?
Yeah, you
But
can't trust nobody.
but yeah, but I didn't know that when women like the gas station guys hit on them, or there's always some guy staring at them, or you know.
That's where all the crime. You ain't see people getting shot last year at the
But
damn
right, but Kevin and I, we go
gas
put gas,
station.
we go pump gas, you put gas in your car, and you go home. You don't even.
every day.
But
Yeah.
women have to. They got eyes in the back of their head, and they gotta look in who's looking at and pay attention. But men don't think about that stuff. So
Yeah, but us women do. We do get it. We get bothered at, and then it could be very dangerous. So
right,
I can understand.
Right. So I'm. Is this the same kind of scenario where these white people, because they're not white, they never had to deal with this, so they're just walking through the world, with these blinders on, the same way men walk through the world with our blinders on, stuff women go through.
Some of them
Because
have
it don't
blinders
affect
on.
them.
Some have blinders on, and then some of them are the ones that are the reason that we're having this show. Think about that.
Yeah.
To that guy, if he's still watching, we shouldn't even be having this show. How about that?
Yeah.
This show shouldn't even be necessary in the year 2024. It's a damn shame that we had to do this show in 2024
About voting.
about everything that goes on bad in this country towards people of color and minorities and women. We shouldn't be having these conversations in 2024. We should, at this point, have figured out how to live together amongst each other. And obviously, we still haven't done that because we still have thousands of KKK, thousands of Nazis, thousands of skinheads
Undercover.
undercover. They're in the military. They're in the police forces.
Police
They're
departments, the
everywhere. They're
medical
all over the
system.
place. They're judges. What Malcolm X said. They traded in the dogs they traded in the hoods for judges' robes. You know, so they're everywhere. So we have this show and we bring these things out. We talk about these things, and it's not easy to talk about these things
No, it's
because
not.
we have experienced well, he don't want to talk about. We have experienced firsthand racism,
Yeah. We spoke
and
to,
and daily and weekly. It's not like
yeah.
we talk about some shit that happened 30 years ago. We talk about things that happened to us last week, being black. You know,
So
you know what I'm saying? Last week.
yeah. So Gina says, I care, Carl. Sometimes I think you're paranoid. LOL. She thinks I'm not paranoid, Gina, because here's what I do. I examine the situation before I even say anything. Because we went around all the black technicians. I'm assuming she's referring to me when I, going into the house. 'Cause Gina said, Carl, I have issue with a man in my house doing more than what he came to do. Might not be color of your skin, Carl. Well, it is color of my skin because all the black technicians at that company had the same complaint. All of us had the same complaint. And we try to explain to the white supervisors, we don't mind checking it because they thought we just didn't want to work.
Right.
No, we didn't mind doing it. We said call before we get to the house. Call the person, say, hey, hey, this is so and so supervisor from such and such a company. When the technician gets there, he's going to need to check all your equipment. Is that okay? Then at least they know. But if Mr. Black technician says, hey, I got to go to, of course they're not. But the white techs, they got to go wherever. So I'm not. So
Hey,
Gina,
Carl, I got a funny story. We had a water heater go out in our house this past week, and those things are super expensive, man. And it's under warranty, but we had 4 different technicians come to work on this water heater, and they would get the heat working and the hot water working. Then when they leave an hour later, we had no water. Oh yeah, so we like 48 hours, almost 3 days with no shower because we couldn't get no hot water in the house. It was crazy.
You couldn't even boil no water, take a bird bath.
Man, ain't no black people in there boiling no damn water. I didn't. Screw that. I ain't boiling shit. So we finally, the water got fixed. I finally washed my ass. Okay, Tiff, you okay with that? But my point is, all the technicians that came to the house, I think the first three that came were white guys.
Yeah.
The one that actually came, because we kept calling him back, going, "Hey, our heater's out again. Hot water's out again." His brother shows up. He comes in, puts little plastic things on, goes down in the water. He comes back and goes, "This is the problem right here. The last technicians, they didn't do this thing right here, and that's why you had no hot water. It's fixed now." He showed me this on his cell phone, right?
Right.
It was the brother came in 10 minutes, fixed our shit.
Yeah.
Just like that. We had three guys here before him that didn't get this thing right.
Yeah.
One brother came in 10 minutes later. We had hot water and heat, and it ain't been broken since.
Because
So I just wanted to share
because
that.
listen, man, we could tell these stories from now to the end of time, but I'll tell you one more. I was having my bathroom remodeled, and the guy was up there working. It was a hot summer day, so I figured he was thirsty. So I walked up and went into the bathroom just to ask, "Hey, you want a bottle of water? Some cold to drink?" And when I walked in, he saw me and he like, "Oh my god," and just backed up, like in his hand, like, so like, what the hell? Like, I mean, you thought I was coming up here to do something to you, or you know what I mean? Like,
but isn't he in your house?
yes. So I don't know. The whole time he was down there thinking, up there, the bathroom was upstairs, thinking that, oh my god, something's gonna happen to me, because I can tell he was a little nervous. You can tell. I mean, but black people, we go through life, we ignore it, right? You meet nervous white people and you just ignore it, and you go about your day, and you know what I mean. But what I do not do, I do not try to calm white people down. When I meet white people, know that they're afraid of me. I'm not gonna. It's not my job to make you feel comfortable.
Comfortable, right?
You know what, Carl? I'm the complete opposite, and I hate myself for that. I do. I'm the complete opposite of that bullshit, man. And you're right. You shouldn't
Oh.
have to do that. And I'm glad you stand your ground. Me, I'm always. I know when white people are uncomfortable in my presence, as Tiff thinks I'm light skinned and people don't fear me, but they do. I mean, I walk behind a white lady in the parking lot at the grocery store. And I know she's scared because I'm behind her. And I do stupid stuff like jingle my keys just to make her feel comfortable that
Why you torturing that lady?
I jingle my keys, let her know I'm going to my car. I'm not after her. So because I see her pacing up her walk, and I got long legs. I'm a fast walker. If I can't catch you, you're scared because I walk fast. You know what I'm saying? You walking extra fast, but I can't walk your ass down.
Speed
That's what I'm
walking.
saying. Because I just walk fast. So I know I can't catch up with this lady because she's walking faster than she would ever walk in her life because I'm behind her and she knows I'm behind her. I'm like, we just came out the same grocery store. Like I got a bag in my hand. Why are you freaking walking fast? I
She
can't
like, I'm
shop.
out of here. Nigga alert. Nigga
Yeah,
alert.
I went and bought some grapes just so I can kidnap your ass. I want some grapes. I want to go home and eat my grapes. There's some almond milk in my bag. And she's walking fast. I'm going, what can I do to ease the lady's mind? So I take my keys and go, maybe she hear the keys jingle, she'll calm down a little bit because she knows I'm going to my car. Then I hit the little thing on my car, the little make the she hear my car. So, oh, that dude got a nice car. Okay. Like, it's
When I
bullshit, man. It's ridiculous what we got to go through, bro.
when I can sense that they are scared, it pisses me off, and I get angry. You know what I mean? And I get more serious than I already am. You know what I mean? And
First of all, Carl, I don't want to point this out to our panel that's watching our show tonight and everybody. You're a very scary looking dude, Carl.
Especially with that hat on, Carl. They be
Carl, you're very
scared.
threatening, Carl. When I first met Carl, we did a show together. What were we at? Connecticut, Carl?
yeah, we're in Connecticut.
When I
Yeah.
first met Carl, we did a show together, and I was like, man, look at this scary fucker that just walked in here.
I'm done.
Man.
Oh, so G, what's up, G? G Carr, what's up, a fellow Bajan? What's up? She asked, "Do blacks get nervous around blacks?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But for me, it's a certain kind of black. There's a certain look that I would admit. There's a certain look that makes me nervous, but then there's a look that I don't get nervous at all. If I see four black men well dressed, you know what I mean. But if you see pants sagging and I get my heart starts to palpitate. I'm not gonna lie.
Afraid around black people. I mean,
You
that's like
sit
white people
around
get
people with
white people
pink
get afraid of white
sagging.
people are afraid of white people, right? White people are afraid of white people, right? Of
I
course
see
they are.
if I see like a group of like Nazis, they wear those Doc Martens and they got that skinhead type. That shit makes me nervous too. Like, okay,
Listen,
I'm gonna
soon as I see them, I'm going on the other side of the street.
If we have any white people watching this show, let me tell you something about white people. Just in case white people don't know this, and this person that asked that question, I don't know if they're white or not, Carl,
no,
but
she's black. She's black.
okay. I did a show. I did a show in Pennsylvania at this theater. I can't think of the name of the theater, but it was in a very upscale town, right? And after I got off stage, these white people after the show were doing a meet and greet, and come out, we're taking pictures and everything. They're like, "You're very funny. We want to see your act again. We'll see you again." I said, "I'm performing at the Comedy Works Comedy Club in Bristol, Pennsylvania, in 2 weeks. Y'all come in, bring a bunch of people." They go, "Oh, Bristol? No, we ain't coming there. Ain't no there but a bunch of white trash." I was like, "Wait a minute. White people are racist against other white people?" Now here I am in a ritzy town with white people that got money, and here they don't want to be around white trash. And that's when I realized at that point, white people are racist against their own people. White
Yeah,
people don't like white people. It's a class thing. It
I
tripped me out. It just tripped me out. I
yeah
never forgot that. That just tripped me out so much. I go, wow. I'm thinking
yeah
to myself, these motherfuckers snobby ass white people don't even want to be around other white people because they're not in their bracket, their tax bracket. That's crazy.
The things that people do and how they feel is very mind-boggling. And I don't stress myself. I can't stress myself. We have more issues than they have. Shit.
yeah.
Just
Well,
being black is
I
a
had a Italian friend that was pissed off because his sister was marrying a Irish guy. He said
Wow.
him and his
Aren't they cousins?
he said him and his family were thinking about not going to the wedding because
That's not nice.
She married an Irish guy. He had a few choice words which I care not to repeat. I'm sure they were offensive. I never heard them before, but I'm sure they would be offensive to somebody. But I was surprised. I was shocked. Because to me, white is white. But no,
I thought that with the Jewish community. I thought white is white, but they think that their own race. They don't consider themselves as white. They consider their own race. When I asked Suri, was Jewish a race, she said no.
and I know Hasidic Jews don't associate with the what they call regular Jews.
Interesting.
Yeah, everybody they different.
Yeah. So
they're different. Oh, did I tell y'all I saw about some y'all heard about this? It's called Identical Strangers, about 3 triplets, white triplets. That it's on Hulu, and how they use them as guinea pigs and put them in 3 different families. This is a Jewish community. Put them in 3 different communities to see how they will develop, how the parenting was, how they did. I'm telling you, these things today, how people be doing things, y'all need to check it out. It's called 3 Identical Strangers, and how people be doing so much things, and you be like, wow, why would they do this? But people do things just to see what they can get out of it. They learn from it, and they don't care what happens to the people, because one of the twins wound up killing themselves later on in their life. But y'all should remember them. They was on the Donahue show. They was everywhere. 3
boys.
Yeah, 3 white men. They found each other through.
Yeah, one. Okay, there was a guy that was on the campus at school.
Yes.
And then he met him, and then there's a third one that they. Yes.
They did that on purpose, Carl.
Wow.
That was the woman that had them was a Jewish young girl. She had babies early. They took the babies when they turned 6 months. Yeah. They took them and put them in all different homes, a middle class home, a high class home, a low class home. They still Jewish community. They wanted to see how they each reacted, and you saw that each of them had anxiety disorders because they were separated from the twins because they was born in each other's womb. But they did it just to see what would happen, and it wound up messing them up later on in their life.
Wow. I didn't know
You
one.
got to check it out. It's very deep. So a lot of people do stuff to their own people, to their own community, you know. So it's not just us.
All right, but we're going to wrap it up. We want to thank everyone so much for joining us here for another hour. Well, this is supposed to be an hour show, but I don't think we've done an hour in forever.
Yeah, I was about to fall asleep. So if y'all saw me nodding, it's because I'm tired.
So please, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel. Of course, like everyone else, we're trying to build up our numbers, our subscribers.
Yes.
Please hit the notification bell so you get notified. If you have anything you want us to talk about, any topics, please put it in the chat.
Yes.
Let us know. We'll, if it's interesting, obviously we'll talk about it.
Yes.
And before we take off, anything you want to share or anything you learned today from the show?
I learned that I am part of the White Haiti show, the Hate Whitey show. And,
so
I learned that. I didn't know that.
You know,
I
that's
thought
not the
I
first
was
time
doing
they
a
said
podcast
that.
for the last 4 years of my life that had
Yeah.
solutions and ideas and want us all to live together under one roof and just not have to deal with crazy stuff. And that's what I thought. But apparently, somebody tuned in and just let me know, Kevin, you're doing it all wrong, pal. This is a Hate Whitey show that you're involved in. God damn it.
I've never felt
Now I gotta let all my white friends know and all the white people in my life know that I don't like them, and that's gonna be really tough to do. I got some phone
That's
calls to
what we
make.
should have named the
Some
show.
phone
We
calls
would
to
have
make
got
as soon
some
as I get off this
reviews.
phone. As soon as I get off this show, I got phone calls to make and let everybody know that I hate their guts. So thanks, man. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it.
Do people watch Fox News and say that's the hate black people show?
I do.
Yeah, they got a lot of views.
I tune into Fox News. I can only stomach about 5 minutes of it before I want to punch the television in my hotel room or something like that. But
Word.
yeah. So no, they don't. They watch Fox News. They don't care.
Yeah.
I got a friend in Florida. Well, he's not a friend. He's an associate. He's an asshole, but he's a Fox friend. He watched. I was at his house in Florida last year, and he's a Trump supporter, a comedian, and he's a white guy. And I stayed at his house for a couple of nights. And yeah, we're associates. We're
That sounds
entertainers.
like a
So
get out moment, but go ahead.
we're entertainers. And I work for him. He books shows down in Florida. So, but he has a place I stayed at his crib. Okay, so, but he has on Fox News all the time. Which drives me crazy. And I was like, how you listen to this stuff? It's horrible. Like, how do you sit and listen to Tucker Carlson and all these people say all these things and stuff? Then you look at me and tell me I'm your black friend. I'm your friend.
Yeah.
We boys, we friends. But I come over your house and you got on Fox News. Trips me out. And he's a comedian. You probably know him. Carl. I won't mention his name on our podcast, but yeah. But he keeps Fox News on in his crib, man. It drives me nuts. But yeah, so they. And I sit there and listen to all this bullshit, that I go, wow.
And you couldn't say nothing because that's his house. And he lives
But I let
there.
him know how I feel. I don't bite my tongue. I can go get me a hotel. I can leave. I'm just there. We hang out. We hang out. We're boys. He's in the entertainment industry. I've been knowing him for years. I've been working for him for years. But yeah, but yeah, he's Fox News. But that's half of the state of Florida. you know, Fox News. Fox News probably got more ratings in the state of Florida than anywhere in this country.
Yes, it does. I believe it.
Yes. Yeah. So
Anything you learned today or you want to share before we go?
oh, can I say one more thing, Carl?
Yeah, sure.
March 9th. What happened on March 9th? 26 years ago, March 9th, we lost the notorious B.I.G. to gun violence in Los Angeles. Yesterday was the 26th, March 26 years since B.I.G.'s been gone, man. That's crazy. 26
Yo, it's so
years.
bad because the other day I was like, March 9th. I know we getting older. I'm like, March 9th. I know that's a day. That's a day we supposed to remember. And you just put it, yes. Biggie Smalls, the original king of Brooklyn.
Yes.
That was 26 years, and we
26
definitely
years, man.
salute and honor him.
Right.
Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, give me one more chance. You know.
Big was a
So
bad dude, man. So we want to honor him on
definitely
our show, man. I'm a big fan, Mr. Dude, man, and he left us with some amazing rap music. If you like rap music, Biggie was the man. But yeah, passed away. Was gunned down in Los Angeles. 26 years. March 9th yesterday. Biggie, we lost Biggie
Carl, that's
26
what
years
just been
ago in
played
Los
today.
Angeles. Yeah, so that's why I
Give me
brought that
one
up.
more
Yeah, I should have my
chance.
Biggie shirt on today, but I didn't. I just thought I posted a video on my Instagram of myself and Big, so that's
We
why.
see. So to everybody, we want to send out love, peace, and balance. We are in a new month. Well, this March been a couple of weeks into March. So definitely, I'm always going to say, please have critical thinking. Don't think just one-sided. Balance things out when you are making decisions for yourself. And yes, sometimes our decisions are good, sometimes our decisions are bad, and sometimes our decisions are undecided. But we do have to make a decision and make the best decision that is best for you and your family, you know. So definitely, you know, make sure y'all like and subscribe to us. Leave a comment. Let us know how you feel. Also, I want to give a shout out to Fashion Week Brooklyn. That's why I am tired. Yesterday we had a casting call. If y'all look on my line on Tiffany Coates or Fashion Week Brooklyn, we did a beautiful casting call where almost 500 people came out to model, to do the runway with us. The children were amazing. We're getting ready to do our new up and coming show. So if y'all are interested and y'all in the Brooklyn area, make sure you check our shows out. You can check us out at www.fashionweekbrooklyn.com. It's a fashion show, collection show, you know, and that's what I'm getting geared up for. Definitely,
Good for
you
you.
guys gotta come in see the show one time when we're doing our men's collections and hats and stuff like that. But definitely, and y'all stop worrying about them trolls in the chat room. I already know who that troll is, and I'm telling y'all right now, pay him no attention. Okay, we do this show, we do not hate on people, but we do pass our opinion. And if you do something stupid, we're gonna say something about it. And it's our right and our choice. This is free speech. Thank God for free speech, because my ass couldn't be in another country trying to talk like this, because they'll knock me upside the head with a stick or something. Okay? So I appreciate my free speech, but definitely we love everybody. Thank you again for spending your hour and 47 minutes with us, because a chick was about to doze off messing around with y'all. And they turned the time back. Did y'all know this? I mean,
No, I
turned
didn't
the
know that.
time up.
Oh, damn it! All right.
Yeah,
Went forward, fall back.
it went forward, right?
Yes, it went forward.
Yes, I woke up today and I thought it was 10 o'clock, and I think it was on 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock. I was confused. So I'm still asleep from that hour.
That's why I overslept at the hotel this morning. Okay, I trying to figure out. I woke up. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Okay.
everything been off since they changed that time upwards, forwards. Who gives a hell?
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching the show. I want to thank all the new people that joined the show.
Yes.
And, you know, if you are tuning in for the first time, I hope you tell your friends and your family. Like I said, we keep it very respectful. We just share our opinions. We bring the facts. We don't make anything up. There's no hatred on the show. I've never done the show and felt hatred towards anyone at all. So, you know, the guy who said this is the Hate Whitey show, I don't know where you got that from. But then again, I mean, just teaching critical race theory in school, people said it's teaching kids to hate, to hate white people. And for some reason, history turns into hate. But if the history that was told in the beginning was lies, well, I think that's where the hate lies. But that's just my opinion. So I hope to see all of you here next Sunday. And like I said, if you have any topics you want us to cover, anything you would like us to talk about, please let us know. We will definitely cover it. Gina, my Italian therapy, Fiore, thank you so much.
And next week we're gonna do a show on white history.
Yes, Gina, you can tune in for that. We're gonna do you on white history.
Well, listen, we had to know their history to be able to know our history.
White Italian history. And it's
All right,
not
we'll do a show. Gina, call us up, Gina. We'll talk about Italians next week.
Yes.
We'll know all the good things about Italian people.
And the Italians are black, even though they don't want to admit it, because
That's a whole other show, Carl. Don't get us killed now. That's a whole other show.
How do you get a tan? How do you tan like that? You have to have some black in you to tan like that,
Some type of melanin.
right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Facts. Yeah.
G R, thank you so much for tuning in. Donna Hager, thank you so much. Nicole Coach, she came in late, but she's here anyway. Thank you, Nicole. You know, we love
Hey,
you. We love
sister.
everyone. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Sir Nick, the one who said that Biden is just as bad as Trump. Well, he said Biden and Trump are the same, but Trump's better. We appreciate your opinion.
Yes, I feel so too.
Robert Timothy, who said that it's the Hate Whitey show. That's your opinion, and we welcome it.
And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Some more Hate Whitey news.
That should be the next title.
What?
You know, he watched
Hate
the
Whitey's
show.
channel.
And he watched the show. Like there's thousands of other channels on YouTube. There's thousands of other channels. It's like
Scroll right
5,000
by.
channels. Joe Madison used to say that all the time before he passed away. He had his show. And he goes, I got over 7 million people listen to me every morning. Why do you listen if you don't like the show? Just change the channel. Sirius XM got so many channels you can listen to, but you tune in and then you get angry when I tell the truth. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, man. Peace and love. Everybody.
All right, everybody. Love you. And tell
Love
the
you.
people you love that you love them because they're not psychic. I'm a huge believer in saying the words, I love you.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow, the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all the schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show.